just past the halfway point of this year's AABA season, and the two top dogs of the league are facing off today. The undefeated Artsakh Basketball Club against the undefeated Armens Basketball Club. We have a great one on our hands today. Two of the best teams in the league, and two of them that look different today. Artsakh with a lot of players missing their star player from the past 2 weeks, Narba Pezeshkin, and the Armens still with Alfred Odiambo, who's currently suspended. Narba last week dropped 26 points and 11 rebounds, his second consecutive double-double. And for the Armens, there's one guy you got to keep an eye out for at all times, Warren Helliger. He had 33 points and 10 rebounds 2 weeks ago. Armens coming off their bye week off, and they have some reinforcements on their team. They just added Cole Barton to their roster, who is definitely going to make a huge impact right away. Standing so far in the league, presented by LA Storm, Armens and Artsakh at the top of the league, as we mentioned, both 3-0, and behind them, a lot of battling and jockeying for playoff position. Armenian Academy both sit at 500, and they'll have games today, as well as Horazan, who's 1-2. Avan got their first win of the year last week, and Aragat sitting at 0-4. They'll be off this week. Today our ceremonious pregame tip, Armine Gastian doing it. From Hero House, supporting Armenian tech companies. We're gonna have to do it one more time for good measure. Excellent work by Artsakh Tuvoyan of 4Flash Photography, taking care of this league all year long with all the pictures. It'll be Tahanyan and Piaro tipping it off for the two teams. And today we got another great slate of basketball in our hands. Academy USA versus Avan will be following up our opener, and then Arabuni and Horazdan. 6 great teams going at it today and getting after it. Tip goes to Artsakh, and I got a guest in the booth now. Richard, welcome in.
Hey everyone, thank you for having me, Zando. We have a great game between the two undefeated teams in AABA.
Two of the top teams in the league, and right away the Armens bringing it down. Panusi off on his first shot. Tahanyan keeps it alive. Well, out of bounds, it'll go to Artsakh.
Out of bounds, Artsakh ball.
Rich Aragad making his season debut for Artsakh today. Seems like it's a little bit out of necessity considering they're shorthanded.
Yeah, they need Aragad today. A lot of players are unavailable, or some are injured or playing overseas. So the overseas players, you got to commend them for it. But yeah, happy to see Abramian on the court again after an injury.
And we definitely have to give a shout out to Roman Davis, who just signed a professional contract, a forward for the Armens, going to play professionally, and Panusi hitting his first 3.
That's Panusi's game right there. He's known for the 3-ball from La Cañada all the way down to collegiate level.
Lucerian drives, and he gets his first bucket of the game to go.
Lucerarian's one of those players that is an absolute X factor, and we talk about this frequently, Zando. We're always trying to figure out who is going to be the game changer, and I think Tyler Lucerarian with his rebounding is that person.
Definitely. He's just a guy that always is hustling, always giving it his all. And I think for the Armens, Andrew Dabaklian is going to be a huge one for them with his defense and his length, being able to guard bigger players. There's Elvin Hartunian with his first bucket.
Yeah, Hartunian also one of those players where you're going to need to stay active. And if he's scoring one of the first points for you, you got to like that start for him.
Helliker gets his first bucket. And here's Aaron Breeze, his second game in the AABA. A great debut last week. Inside Hartunian, jump hook.
Another one for
2 for 2 for him.
Another one for Hartunian. I like that. I like to see him staying aggressive.
And now Panusi drives to Barton. Cole Barton there's Cole Barton with his first points in the AABA.
Cole Barton has one of those awesome stories. He's switched around high schools at least 3 times. He switched universities twice, and now he's playing overseas in England whenever he's available, as there was a foul on the play there.
And he just continues to bring this league up, more professional talent coming into the AABA.
As we have our free throw cam brought to you by Fanzia, by the fans, for the fans. And Zando, free throws are crucial when you consider just last time it was a Horizon game, and it was just few points from each other. So free throws are going to be big in this game too, between the 2 undefeated teams in the league.
Absolutely. Rich, it always just comes down to the little things in these big games. Whoever makes their free throws, whoever gives those extra efforts to get the offensive rebound, whoever dives on the 50-50 balls, it's just all hard in these type of games.
Yeah, got to keep it simple, right? There's going to be a pick and roll action probably down low, or
Helliger just drives straight in and he'll shoot 2. Rich, I would say we have 2 of the most committed coaches in the league right now facing off.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Viken and Coach Avo are not any strangers to Academy USA, both with very respectable basketball programs here at Academy USA.
Helliger off on the first. Helliger 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Very uncharacteristic. It's Breeze with it against Barton. And Breeze can't follow up his miss.
You're gonna need to finish that one, and we've seen him do that. We've seen him finish it throughout his career, especially in Armenia, where he played last for the Devine Basketball Club in Yerevan.
And Richard, there's Aragad already being a floor general, saying let's get some down screens, just get some sort of movement.
Yeah, as Cole Barton picks up the foul there.
Serarian finds Aragad. Aragad off. Barton pulls it down.
For those wondering about the sizing, as Barton, beautiful lay. For those wondering where the size is for the Armens for this game, Fred Odiambo not playing, so they will definitely need to make up for their size with their speed.
And both teams missing size. Artsakh without Travell Jones today. The big man in the middle who had 14 rebounds in their last game. And there's Breeze getting things going for himself.
You know, we usually talk about in our pregame report brought to you by LA Storm Academy, we always talk about who's going to come out, and as Debagian with the 3, who's the team that's going to come out strong. And I think Artsakh has so far shown that they're on the more on the rusty side, but I don't know, they're looking pretty strong this morning.
And for the Armens, a lot of moving parts their past couple games and the bye week in between kind of hurts your building chemistry. Abakli can't hit 2 in a row, and Rich, look, Narba Possession just showed up on the bench wearing his wacky socks and getting laced up.
Oh, that, for those who know Narbe Possession, he doesn't have a social media, but he has a big presence in person.
Helliger working on Hartunian. Hartunian can't finish.
I like to see that by him, though. I want him to stay aggressive. I want him to take those shots.
And the Boglian hits the 3. Helliger doing a great job getting his teammates involved early on.
Yeah, no, and Debagian, he's already shown that he's a player willing to get scrappy, willing to get the dirty work done.
Breeze can't finish with the left. Armens the other way. Helliger right through 2 defenders and finishes.
That was sweet. That was something.
That was a grown man's move right there, Rich.
Going back to the Armens. The Armens have picked up two really, I consider them sportsman-like players, Cole Barton and, Drew DeBogian, both of them, as Cole knocks another layup up, and we're going to see a timeout.
It's our first timeout out of the game. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. And
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
I mean, what's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to.
4:17 to go in the first quarter of action. 19-11 lead for the Armens. And Piaro able to bring them within 6.
For those unaware with Piaro's game, he just started playing basketball 5-6 years ago during intramural basketball in college. As a foul.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was a good decision.
Yeah, a great decision on his end, of course.
Paul Musayan checks in for his first action of the game. Into Panusi, he drives, and that's a goaltend.
Way to stick with it, Panusi. A lot of balance there that he used. And he's coming off an injury that's been, trickling back every now and then, but great off-balance move.
The Pat has had a hand injury. Been hurting him since early July, actually, as Breeze with another bucket. And he's just been battling through it. Pat's a trooper.
Yeah, and I really like Breeze taking that mid-range jumper. Don't settle for that 3. Just get inside the arc a little bit.
Helliger with the mid-range jumper right back at him.
I really like this, the trap that they're setting up full court.
I think it's a good idea by the Armens. Try to speed up Artsakh, especially with their lack of ball handlers in this game. Outside of Breeze and Aragad, not really a dominant point guard on the floor.
And Aragad's not even on the floor right now.
There's Breeze with the miss. Panusi pulls it down.
Okay.
Barton brings it. Helliger drives. Looked like Panusi was wide open at the top of the key.
Eskidjian wanted a foul there. Referee didn't see it and didn't feel like it was one.
Serrarian, good ball fake. Driving, the Baglin slaps it off his leg.
Lucirarian knows it. His family on the other end knows it too. Good call.
.245 left in the first quarter. Armens up 8. Panusi trying to make it 10.
Good defense by Musayan there as he gets the ball now.
And Hartunian just rim runs and gets a wide open layup.
Hey, great assist there. And another hockey assist, we can call it, for, I believe, if it was Lucirarian.
And that's one thing that if players do that every single time, just run down the middle of the paint, you might get a layup every time. And Helliger's just doing Warren Helliger things. That
was beautiful, nasty, all in between. That was insanely nice. I thought I was going to hit it off the backboard.
Musayan drives into Baglin with some great defense again, but better roll by Musayan.
The body control. This kid works on that. He made it look easy, but he's worked on it so many times.
Drive by Helliger. Helliger, he's going to the line to shoot 2.
just recently, this past week was National Coaches Day. We want to wish all the coaches out there a happy week, a happy weekend. All the work they do, we appreciate it.
Another shot by the Fanzia free throw cam. Helliger was 0 for 2 his last time at the line. Helliger already at 10 points in this first quarter.
I like Debagian guarding him full court, as you can see right there. He's being an absolute pest, not letting any easy offense going.
And there he is making the contest. I don't know if he gets tired, Rich. This guy is just running around, picking guys up full court all game. And I don't think I've seen him ask for a sub ever.
He's young. He's, I think, 21 if I'm not mistaken. A lot of energy in him. He's coming off, I think, a career at Providence, if I'm not mistaken, here in Burbank. Great defense by the Armens.
Sign off, and the Armens really putting a stranglehold on this game early on with their defense. Panusi. He'll go to the line to shoot 3. Armens doing a great job getting to the free throw line early on.
Yeah, and honestly, they've been getting their fair shots up. They've been going in, and you can't make that foul out there, on the 3-point line. But Breeze knows it was one. So, if I'm not mistaken, 3 free throws coming, or was his foot on the line? Three free throws.
It's 3. Remember, someone who's been really quiet so far. He's quiet no matter what. Artsakh.
Oh yeah. He, every now and then he'll have a bang out, like a dunk highlight, but relatively quietly done. Yeah.
And this is one thing that Panusi, he struggles with at times. Sometimes at the free throw line, he just can't get into a flow.
Well, it's often tough, right? When you come in here on a Saturday, you're getting your legs warmed up, but it takes a couple of quarters to get in the hang of it.
There's Hartunian off. Musain, the former volleyball player, sets it back in.
I always forget that he's a volleyball player. I mean, when he does a play like that, I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
About a 20-second differential between the shot and game clocks. Helliger draws the foul. And that'll be bonus.
Helliger knocks down the first.
Helliger continuing to struggle early on at the free throw line. Musayan in the corner. Bad spot to get trapped. Barton ends up on the floor. Helliger with it. 17 left in the first quarter. Armens up 8.
Got to get that last shot if you're the Armens. They recognize that.
7 seconds. Barton with it. Breeze covers. Barton right to the hole. Off. Piaro pulls it down. And the half-court heave is off. But early on, it's the Armens jumping out to an 8-point lead.
As Zando Arzumanian is going to go ahead and start off with the coach's corner.
I'm here with Armens basketball coach, head coach, Fikan Eskijian. Fikan, how have you guys been able to jump out to this early lead?
By the energy, just, we want to push the ball, get the rebound. We're missing our bigs, so everybody's contributing on the rebounds, so we have to do a good job on rebounds so we can push the ball. I want to push the ball early as much as we can, and then we control the pace of the game and go from there.
Fikan Warren has been a great facilitator early on. How does that help you guys get into better flow offensively?
Definitely, I mean, his presence on offense is a big plus for us, so So he's drawing the defense. Now we have to adjust a little bit, you know, to have the corners. We're opening those corner shots. So we missed a couple of them. We made a couple, but I mean, eventually on the long game, we need those points from him and to facilitate to others also.
Thank you, Coach. Second quarter of action starting right now. Panusi gets it into Helliger.
Oh, there's a open passway there, but gets fouled before that by Jones.
And there's Travell Jones, who showed up late too into the game right away.
Yeah, they need his size, right? I mean, there's a lot of movement that comes with Posseshkin as well as he makes his entry.
Into Panusi, he thought about it, drives.
Ball deflected by Breeze.
15 on the shot clock. Into Panusi, Panusi driving.
Oh, dangerous
Helliger
pass.
winds up with it, 8 on the shot clock. Corner, Panusi. He hits it. And Helliger's dancing coming up the court.
Panusi with another one. If he keeps going like that, this is going to be a ugly game for the Artsakh.
And on that drive, it looked like Possession was ready for the contact before even shooting the layup. And Lucerarian with the answer, but that's a 2.
That's a 2, yeah. He stepped on the line there. But still, you got to move the ball around if you're Artsakh. Those plays will come, and Travell Jones's presence will amplify that.
Tahanian cuts, gets the lob, brings it down and finishes the layup.
Great catch, great pass, great awareness.
Ball out of bounds, Armens ball early on Ridge, Helliger with 10, Panusi with 9. When those two are clicking, it's dangerous for any team in this. Uh, 2 weeks in a row, Richie's been player of the game. Really helped get Artsakh to this 3-0 start.
You know, he told me his goal is to ultimately make it to the Armenian national men's basketball team. We're talking senior. We're not talking any U20 stuff. So as the Bagian makes the lay on the right-hand side.
Makes good on his mistake, the possession before. And it's surprising that that foul did not come back to haunt Armens. Possession missing all 3 free throws.
Yeah.
Breeze in the corner off. There's Travell Jones.
That's a big boy move. You can't really do anything against that, and Tahanian smiling on the other end.
Horowitz either has a smile or a pissed off look on his face. There's never an in-between for him.
Elliger wants that ISO again. Possession guarding him this time.
Quick move. Dabagli in the corner. Breeze with it now. Going right at Panusi.
Good hustle play by Musayan. Keeps it alive for the Artsakh.
Possession off. Up to Barton. Barton driving, and he banks it in.
Yeah, he had Pezeshkian flat-footed on the left-hand side. Took it right to him, goes up. The man has been warming up an hour before the game. He's got it.
And another man warming up an hour before the game. Aaron Breeze misses Musayan. Can't follow it up. Helliger with it. 2-on-2 break. Helliger and Tahanian for the Armens. Tahanian, reverse layup.
Starting to itch away. Already a 17-point lead. They're going to need to get some kind of offensive momentum going.
And a 10-second call now on Artsakh. Seems like they're just making some careless mistakes early on, Rich.
Yeah, you can't be having that when you're down by 17. As Coach Avo makes a personnel change on the ground with Aragad Abramian coming back into the game for Tyler Lusararian, and on the other end we have Cole Barton coming out, and the veteran number 23 Alan Baramjian with his first game with the Armens. Love to see it.
There's Aragad fouling Helliger. And Rich, we talked about early on how it's the little things that lead to winning these type of games, and so far Artsakh has not been doing the little things right. 0 for 3 on a trip to the free throw line, a careless 10-second backcourt violation.
Yeah, the fundamentals, they gotta get back to the fundamentals for sure. They gotta capitalize off of shots like that, get a stop on the other end, and hope to contain them on the defensive end first.
Tahanian with some stingy defense there on Jones. Breeze gets the offensive rebound. Musayan blocked by Dabaghian.
Great defense by Dabaghian there. Can't do anything about that. That was all ball.
And Helliger with a tough finish gets the foul and the basket.
Abramian gets punished for reaching in there. I mean, the rest of the Artsakh players are looking at him, letting him know, hey, just got to put your hands up.
6 to go in the first half. Armens with a chance to make it a 20-point lead. Helliger converts the and one. And he's having himself another day, 15 points already. Abramian with it. Inside Jones. Tahanian working. And Jones gets the better of him.
Yeah, Jones is looking to get very aggressive out there, down low for the Artsakh, trying to get some kind of offensive momentum going. Panusi misses his second straight basket.
Drive by Breeze. Helliger hand straight up. Doesn't matter. Aaron Breeze gets the bucket.
It's Coach Avo Melkonian trying to fire up his team to continue this run that they have.
Lead down to 16, 4 straight points for Artsakh. Helliger loses it. Aragad Abramian on the break. Tahanian sizes him up and pins him, but it's called a goaltend.
Good move by Aragad. I could tell he sped up just a little bit to get the ball off the backboard quicker than usual. As substitutions for the Armens, Cole Barton coming in for Patrick Panusi.
And it's going to be a timeout for the Armens. We'll go to another commercial break, and we'll be right back. Don't miss us too much.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court, and all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. as we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what you need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We're halfway through the second quarter. The Armens had jumped out to a 20-point lead, but Artsakh scoring 6 straight points, getting themselves back into it, Rich.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game of runs. The good thing and the bad thing here is that the game goes by slower, right? So you can use that to your advantage, or it becomes a disadvantage. And let's see how the Armens use it.
I think since Ara got his check back in for Artsakh, he's really brought them some life. In the corner, Barton spins. Tough finish. Possession pulls it down.
Good
Finds
spin.
Breeze.
Good spin.
Breeze pulls up. Off, and there's Musayan to clean it up.
Another one of those volleyball moves for Musayan, coming out of Village Christian.
And that's now an 8-0 run for Artsakh. Helliger double team comes his way, and it's a foul. A lot of groans coming from Artsakh's side.
Yeah, they thought that was just good hustle play. Ref saw otherwise. Game continues.
And it's going to be 2 free throws now as Armens are in the bonus again early on in the quarter.
If you're the Artsakh, you got to stay composed right now. You can't get it technical. Finally got it down to a 12-point game. You're going to bank on Helliger missing these to continue your momentum. Stay in it. Don't let your emotions get to the best of you. You know what I mean?
And that's something that the Armens have gotten away from these past couple possessions, going to the basket, finding ways to get to the free throw line. Just have some easy opportunity for points.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Bahian picking up full court again. Fearless.
Good communication on defense by the Armens. Partially the reason why they're up, not even just for the offensive performance.
There's Arakai hitting a 3. 11-2 run now for Artsakh.
Love to see it.
Helliger gets it to Baramjian.
His first
Rebound
shot.
Jones.
First
And
shot with the Armens, excuse me.
Chance to bring it to single digits. Off. Helliger pulls it down. He's got Barton and Tahanian with him. Finds Tahanian. And there's Hars with the bucket. Har got off. There's Musayan crashing the boards again.
Coach Ava Melkonian saying finally, as they get one foul up on the board in favor. As substitutions coming in, out goes Powell Musayan. In comes Elvin Hartunian. Out goes Aaron Breeze, and in comes number 4, Nima Piaro. And then for the Armens, we had Debagian coming out of the game. Big move, well-deserved rest. And in comes Patrick Panucci once more. Scoring leaders for Artsakh. So far, you got Aaron Breeze with 7 points. Travell Jones already making an effort with 4. And then Pal Musayan with a few himself.
There's Jones driving, another foul called on the possession.
Artsakh getting aggressive, getting to the free throw line is going to be their lifesaver, really, in the first half. So you got to get as much as you can down in the paint.
Rich, we looked up at the score, saw it was a 20-point game a few minutes ago, thought it was going to get out of hand, and Artsakh's doing a great job answering.
Yeah, as Travell Jones knocks down the free cheese, as my coach in high school would say.
That was a friendly roll right there.
Yeah.
Jones good on both. And it seems like Artsakh's playing defense similar to how the Armens were in the first quarter, getting up, not letting them have anything easy.
I like this matchup with Piaro and Barton, not letting Barton get the flow. Helliger is definitely, as he gets called for a carry. Don't get to see those nowadays as much.
And you know, Rich, with the way ball handling has evolved, a lot of moves look like carries. And
Yeah.
that one, ref whistles him for it. It's a close one right there.
It's just a matter of how fast you're able to get it done. Kyrie Irving does not get caught with his, and neither should the person that does it equally fast.
Kyrie may have the tightest handle in the world, and according to him, the flat Earth.
I'm a geography major. We don't accept flat Earth mentality, but agree to disagree.
And there's Piaro with the layup. And Alvo continuing to shot from his bench, saying it's a 9-point game now. Let's go.
9-point game already. You'll love to see it. You break it down in half, and then you move from there.
And Barton answers right there with a tough layup.
Now, if you're the Artsakh, you can't get lackadaisical. You have to stay in the game. You have to keep this lead up in double digits.
And there's possession with the layup. Great job by him to clean up the boards.
Yeah, we're starting to see a lot more aggressiveness for the Artsakh. Comes to the benefit of them, of course, but the Armens are not going to go away as easily with 2 minutes coming up left in the half.
Helliger driving. Richard looks like he was just floating on that one.
Anytime he gets himself to that key and he's shooting that mid-range jumper where it kind of looks like a floater, I don't even doubt that it's going in.
Gravel with the pull-up, it's a 2. But Jones really has been the guy that's gotten this Artsakh team back into it. I think him and Aragat have been the two driving forces.
He has the mismatch on him with Harut Tahanian, much smaller. You can't do anything about that, right? And he's going to use it to his advantage. And as long as he converts, it's going to keep on helping them. As Barton with the three-pointer.
And he just stared down Coach Awful Melkonian there.
Hey, he's got to let the crowd know, right?
Abramian with a 3 of his own.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Single-digit lead.
Richie, looks like we got a good old-fashioned Western-style shootout.
There's going to be a lot to talk about in our halftime sniper scouting report. Don't go away. Make sure to keep up with that one. As a three-pointer, another one for Patrick Panusi.
Armens are just firing away from deep, and Artsakh is saying we can answer. And an offensive foul called legal screen.
You got to stay squared up with your body. You can't be leaning left. That's going to be an offensive foul. Easy call there.
Armens up 12, 46 seconds left in the first half.
A key substitution made by the Armens, bringing in Drew Debagian for Alan Baramjian for a little bit more movement on defense.
Panusi quick fire. He air balls. And Jones with a major mismatch on this possession. Abramian. And offensive basket interference. But Rich, with the feeble style rules, you're technically supposed to be allowed to touch the ball on the rim.
Some are allowed. It's an alternative version. It's an alternative version of what we have for FIBA. So it seems like there's being a change. No change being done. Game continues.
And Armens with a chance to have the last possession, 15 on the game clock. Helliger with it. Piaro covers, 5 seconds on the clock. Helliger sizes him up, steps back, and Helliger beats the buzzer.
God damn. Guess who's in the building? Warren Helliger with a decisive way to end at halftime to add salt to oh my God, that's insane.
Putting salt in the proverbial wound. Yeah. Helliger already 22 points in the first half. That three-pointer was to bow on it. He's playing great, Rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
Armens sporting a 15-point lead going into the halftime. We'll be right back after this break.
What's important for this upcoming season is just Gary being consistent and getting a chance to show what he can do and be on the court. And all this hard work to pay off from where he started last year and kind of just keep evolving to where it's going. As we talk about, G, it's about getting 1% better every day. I think that's what we need to just focus on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
My Detroit players, Tim's from my hooligans in Brooklyn.
Get down.
Все идут на запах, когда папа в будке. Братья Бабилан, тебе не шутки. Индивиды Клауда, опресные как бабки. На плече тяжелый беги, а машина мама.
Fear no lies, in my rhythm, hands up, I talk about the legalize. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared. No, fear no lies, in my rhythm, hands up, I talk about the legalize. If you scared, shut the fuck up, man, if you scared.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. And
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him, he's like, look, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
My Detroit
Quarter number 3, ready to get going. Armens up 15 points, coming off a Warren Helliger 22-point first half. Abramian triggers to Lucerarian. And there's his cut, and that's a miss that you don't see too often. Travell Jones there to finish it. Rich, coming into the second half, what's your sniper report?
Well, sniper report, get Helliger off that, get him out of that within the arc. This guy is absolutely monstrous today. And Panusi on that wing. Got to tear that apart. Got to make sure Drew DeBoggian on defense isn't letting you control the defensive pace. And if you're the Artsakh, you just got to keep it simple, stick to the fundamentals like we mentioned it. I think that's the sniper scouting report for today.
I think I have one bullet for the Armens on this sniper scouting report. Get Helliger the ball.
Get Helliger the ball. Definitely. Armenian sniper scouting report is one of those things that we definitely love to look into, analyze, and today it's been pretty easy looking at Helliger being the main force.
And Barton spinning, and one!
Look, Cole Barton is one of those players that if he puts something to his mind, he's going to get it done, whether on or off the court, and that was just one of those tough plays.
The Armens just have so many different guys that could impact the game scoring-wise. Barton could get going at any time.
Yeah.
You have Helliger, who's a walking bucket. You have Panusi, where you don't want to let him get hot, because if he's hot and Helliger's hot, that's dangerous.
Agreed.
You have DeBoggian, who's a great spot-up shooter and can create his own shot.
A lot of them, some of them may not be playing professional overseas, but they have that professional attitude, right? And they're starting to gel together as Breeze knocks that down, knocks the layup down. They're able to get going throughout the season and gel together here already in their 4th game of the season.
Possession gets it up to Lucerarian. Great defense by DeBoggian, and it's off Lucerarian's leg.
Wow. That was a very interesting situation. I'm happy no one got hurt on that play with the ball near their feet.
Avo might have heard his voice the way he just screamed at the ref.
Oh, Avo.
DeBoggian corner. He hits it.
Hey, there goes that Providence alumnus right there.
I'm going to tell you what, Barton and DeBoggian together are two guys that just get each other going with the celebrations, with the cheering. They just turn each other up.
Yeah, that good energy that you want in the workplace. Doesn't matter if it's a basketball court or if it's an office. You need people like that.
Jones drives, put his shoulder into Tahani and gets the bucket.
Yeah, Travell Jones definitely keeping their offense alive on the Artsakh's end, but they're gonna need a lot more collaboration to get the W tonight.
Helliger off. Panusi might have been a travel. It is a travel.
Too many steps there. Lucerarian unsure. I think he forgot he took that gather step. Could go either way as Barton's looking at me. See what my response was there.
Panusi right away, Hezi. And he floats it in.
That's just a shifty move by Panusi. Very agile.
Panusi's got a lot of tricks up in his bag. You don't want to let him get deep in there. Lucerarian, pull up. And he hits.
One of those efficient players here in AABA. Lucerarian, known for his coaching career more so, but if you're a coach, you better be able to throw it down on the court too.
DeBoggian finds Tahanian. Barton. Close to his left. Around Possession.
Ball slipped out of his hands.
And there's Breeze. Finds Possession. Possession off. Jones again. And there's Tahanian with the block.
Jones thought he pumped him in the air, came down. He thought there was contact there, but then the second time, it was all ball.
And there's Tahanian, all smiles as usual. DeBoggian on Breeze. And the active hands lead to a turnover.
Panusi bringing up the ball for Armens. Anyone really can bring up the ball for the Armens. Now that I think of it.
They really are a plug-and-play style of team. Panusi off. And Rich Breeze has been really quiet since the first quarter.
Breeze? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's trying to get his game going. Seems like they're coming off a little rusty again, but there's a 2 right there, foot's on the line by Abramian, getting him going again.
Abramian really helping to carry the load for this Artsakh offense. Helliger.
Panusi wants it.
Spinning, and Helliger swatted from behind by Jones.
That's just great defense by Jones.
Breeze. Off. And Helliger, nice move. He finds Tahanian, and Tahanian gets the layup. He wanted to throw that down so bad.
I thought he was going to dunk it there. One of those silent dunks that we were talking about.
And Breeze hits a 3. Lead back down to 10. Timeout by the Armens. Coach Vika Eskijian getting his group back in, talking some strategy. 10-point lead for the Armens, and we'll be right back. Artsakh down 10. Rich, what are they going to have to do to start getting back into it?
Well, get stops. Stop Helliger. Get the ball out of his hands. And if you get it out of his hands, make sure to recover because he's going to come back and want to get it back. And make sure to stop Barton and Panusi shooting. And Toboggan, you just can't do anything about it. He's going to play good defense.
Toboggan's going to leave his whole heart on the floor anytime he shows up to the game. Barton with it. Looks like he thought Helliger was going backdoor. Helliger said no, 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 and the ball goes out of bounds.
A little miscommunication there, but they're going to fix it up for the next one.
Drive by Abramian. Abramian can't get it to go. Pozeshkian finds Lucerian. That's off Jones. Ball out of bounds. Stays with Artsakh. 13 on the shot clock.
I like Abramian going in, down low, getting dirty. You need that. With his experience overseas, it's helpful.
Breeze backing down the Toboggan. Can't finish. Gets his own rebound. Second time around is good.
Fixing his errors. He knew he should have made that first one, but came back, got the rebound, knock it.
And Rich, Narbe Pozeshkin of Artsakh actually came up to me at halftime. He said 2 things. 1, that he was going to go crazy, and 2, that they were going to win this game. Helliger puts it back to a 10-point game.
Yeah, no, Pozeshkin, again, one of those guys that you want him to workplace, right? His attitude, if he's down by 20, he's still saying, I'm winning tonight.
Abramian finds Breeze. Breeze is dancing. Lucerian now driving. Up top, Breeze. And a foul called on Tahanian on the shot, and Tahanian's really confused.
Calls a 3-point. Breeze is going to be shooting 3.
And it's a terrible time to give a foul like that, especially with the shot clock expiring on the shot.
Bailed him out. Armens have been pretty good in terms of the fouling situation. Artsakh have had a lot more fouls this game than the Armens, but, you know, it's just one of those fouls that you didn't really mean to, but end up happening.
You know, coaches always say you got to close out hard. That's closing out a little bit too hard there by Horus.
Well, you can't be jumping with them, right? Like, that's something that we're taught from a young age. You can't be jumping with a 3-point shooter. 1, you got to make sure they land, right? 2, You don't want to necessarily foul him with 1 second left on the shot clock and 3. It's not worth it. Just keep your hand up, play for the next play. And Tevan Khudarian's really good at that from the Harazdan.
Subs coming in for Artsakh, Musayin and Piaro checking back in. Jones coming out, as well as Aragad Abramian. Nine-point game. Breeze makes it 8. 4:15 to go in the third quarter.
Pozeshkian talking on defense, vocalizing with his teammates, making sure they know that they're only down by 8. We're coming back is what he's saying.
Barton finds Tahanian cutting. Tahanian loses it going up. Stays with Armens.
With Jones out right now and Piaro back into the game, it's a much smaller lineup for the Artsakh.
Helliger driving spin jumper off. Tahanian keeps it alive and throws it off Piaro's leg.
That's just solid hustle. One of those small plays that matter, but you won't see it on the stat sheet.
Armens got to be aware. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Into Helliger. Helliger off.
Got to move up the ball.
Breeze
One more.
finds Lucerarian in the corner. Musayin with the effort. And he'll shoot 2. Great job by Musayin keeping that possession alive.
That kid has so many veteran moves that he pulls out of his bag where I'm like, is he really just 18, 19 years old?
He's another guy that plays a similar style to Debaghin, where he just plays with so much heart and effort.
Yeah. You know, Zando, not to toot my own horn, but he reminds me of my type of gameplay where, you know, you might get 8 rebounds, but the dude's only like 6 foot tall, 6'1".
Were you a 50% free throw shooter too?
I am 100% a 50% free throw shooter too.
And there's Musayin again. He'll shoot 2 more free throws. Great effort by Musayin, keeping another possession alive. What can't this kid do?
Man, I need to see his grades. Maybe that will answer. But I think he's a 4.0 student. He was if I'm not mistaken. If anything, hey, then let me sell him more.
Artsakh only down 6 now. This is the closest the game has been since the first quarter. Musayin good on both. Rich, that's one of the most unorthodox 3-point possessions for a player.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
3 points, 2 rebounds.
Yeah.
Helliger can't answer.
Powell Musayin's defense has been able to stump Helliger so far, so maybe they listened to our Armenian sniper scouting report.
And Breeze can't cut it to 3. Musayin on the boards again.
This kid is something else. He has scored the last few points for the Artsakh. He's been able to stop Helliger on defense, and now it's just a 3-point game.
5 points and 3 rebounds on the last 2 Artsakh possessions. Helliger.
Good recovery on defense by the Artsakh.
Helliger driving, 5 on the shot clock. Off balance shot, no good. He's been quiet this second half. And Pozeshkian jacks it up, chance to tie it, and he ties it.
Wow, the crowd is going nuts right now for this Artsakh team. Coming back from a 20-point deficit. Let's see how the Armens are going to react. Coach V is still thinking about playing on with no timeout.
We're all even at 74. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Barton finds Panusi. Panusi with the pull-up. Can't get the midi to go.
The run continues.
Breeze with it. Finds Pozeshkian. Pozeshkian gives it back to Breeze. Armens bringing it up. Barton right at Pozeshkian. And it's an offensive foul. Pozeshkian putting his body on the line for the charge.
Again, one of those moments where it doesn't come up on the stats, but it does on screen. Great hustle by Narbe Pozeshkian there.
Breeze advances to Musayin. Musayin gives Artsakh their first lead in the second half.
Armens want to call a timeout, and there you have it.
Coach Eskijian not happy with what happened there. Artsakh with a 3-point lead, under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. We'll be right back.
Last year was an eye-opening experience working out for 5 teams. So you know your hard work is what got you those opportunities. And I always said I'll open the door for you, but you just got to do your part. You know. And
No, that's true. It's funny because he told me that when I signed with him. He's like, look, he's like, I'm gonna get you in front of these doors. I'm gonna get you in front of NBA doors, no doubt. But once you walk into that gym, you gotta perform. I can't perform for you.
Barton set to inbound for the Armens. Armens down 3 points, and Rich, they have not looked good on offense in the second half.
I mean, let's give some credit to the Artsakh Basketball Club for their hustle and being able to stay composed on defense, and it starts with every single player on that team.
Barton drives in a much-needed basket for the Armens. And there's just the unforced lack of communication error. Armens with a chance to take the lead back.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, could a momentum swing happen now? You really don't want it to happen if you're Artsakh, but, you know, it's a game of runs. Referees giving a technical stoppage of time right now. And we're back.
Barton gets it into Helliger. Musayan fouls him.
Yeah, I mean, Breeze uplifting his teammate, saying, good job, keep it up.
Back into Helliger. Helliger only 2 points in this second half. And there he is scoring a bucket.
The only thing that stopped Nima Piaro from getting that ball was the rim in itself.
And that's got to hurt your hand, reaching into the rim and banging it like that.
You know, Gerald Green actually had an injury like that. There's a foul going up for Breeze.
Breeze will shoot too, and Rich. Gerald Green is just otherworldly athleticism. We have a lot of athletic players in this league, but he's otherworldly athleticism.
You know, Gerald Green has 4 fingers
Yep.
on his shooting hand, if I'm not mistaken, and it comes from him as a kid accidentally, from a chain rim, came down with it, took the finger with it. Excuse me for the graphic there, and he's still a professional. No excuses, right?
That story got our producer Anthony a little bit out of
Queasy.
sorts right now, making a kind of not the prettiest face he's ever made.
Hey, the guy could get up above the rim. That's all I know.
Helliger spins. He'll shoot 2. Helliger's got to get back to the free throw line and just get some easy points.
Was the foul on Musayan or possession? Because that will make quite the difference, because I think it was clean for Musayan, but if I agree with possession, it could be a foul on him.
Helliger good on the first. Put him at 27 points tonight. First, the foul was on possession.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense then. And for those just joining us for the end of third quarter, we're going to have Avo Melkonian with the coach's corner with Zando Arzumanian. Get a little bit of his mind and see what he's thinking for this game.
Armens back with the lead. Breeze almost loses it. Possession deep. He's short. Breeze gets it back. Great movement by Musayan. 6 on the shot clock. Possession inbounds under the basket. Breeze has to get it up. 4. Double team. He's short. 4-second differential between the shot and game clock.
That was a tough shot by Breeze. With the Armens have it the other way.
Helliger drives. Gets it to Barton. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tahanian sets a screen. And Barton doesn't finish. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Breeze almost loses it. Finds Lucerian to beat the buzzer. He's off, and the Armens clinging on to a 1-point lead at the end of 3.
All right, and with that, we're having the coach's corner with Avo Melkonian and Zando Arzumanian. Don't go anywhere.
Here with Artsakh coach Avo Melkonian at the Academy USA Coaches Corner. Avo, you guys were down by as much as 20 at one point. How were you guys able to get back into it?
We started playing defense. You know, I've been preaching defense all year. You know, they hit amount of shots. They scored 67 points. They're not going to be hot the whole game. You know, I know it's pro league, but you got to just continue to play your defense. And we got some stops, and we were able to score. Now it's a 1-point game, and whoever plays D in the fourth quarter will win this game.
How were you guys able to limit Warren Helliger in that third quarter after the hot 22-point start he had?
No one's limiting Warren. Warren's a great player. We just got to contest him, and hopefully he doesn't get foul called every play.
Thank you. Fourth quarter of a 1-point game coming right at you after this. Ten minutes to go here at Academy USA for our opener of Game Day 5. The two top teams in the league, both 3-0, in a 1-point face-off.
Thank you for the coach's corner, Zando. I know you're hustling out there. Just want to give you that appreciation.
Thank you. Dabagian goes to the hoop. He'll shoot 2.
Now, that's a name that we haven't really heard of for the majority part of the second half. I mean, of course, with the Artsakh basketball club taking over, we're going to have to see a lot more from Dabagian on the offensive end, maybe.
And Rich, Coach Viken has not made a single sub in this second half. I don't know if you noticed, Baramjian and Meliksetian have been on the bench the whole second half.
Well, I mean, personnel choices by Viken. He knows his team best, as Dabagian unable to make the first bucket, first free throw there. But no, I didn't notice that actually, Zando. Way to point that out.
Armens sporting a 2-point lead now. And Dabagian getting back to what he was doing in the first half, picking up Breeze full court. And you know what, Rich? It may not lead to a turnover every time, but it tires out Breeze.
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely. As Musayan
gives Artsakh the lead. They take a 1-point lead.
Wow. Very tough shot there from Musayan. Great to stay in the game.
Helliger. He had Panusi, takes it himself.
Again, one of those floater mid-range shots where he gets right above his teammate at the same level of the rim, knock it down.
Jones just going right down Broadway, loses it. Barton leads the break for the Armens. Helliger can't finish. Out of bounds, Artsakh ball.
Possession's hustle down there allowed him to get the possession of the ball, not allow Helliger to get a second chance point off it.
Screen by Jones. Breeze. Tough layup. Panusi brings it down, finds Barton. Barton on the break. Husayan tried rising up to block him, and Barton just went right through him.
Barton was so aggressive on that one. He got big, too.
Jones with it at the short corner. Spins onto Hanyan. And that's just easy for him.
Good pump fake. Again, fundamentals. Get your man up in the sky, then take it when he's coming down.
And you can see Panussi's there to help Hanyan out, but Jones is just too big for the two of them. Barton doesn't shoot.
Thought about it. He knew he could get a better shot instead, and wow, great pass.
And great defense by Hartunian to stop Hanyan's layup.
Mm-hmm. Jones trying to take advantage of Hanyan, guarding him all the way away from the basket.
And Hanyan whistled for a foul. No, Hanyan, a great defender away from the paint as well as inside of it, but Jones just so skilled and big. You can't guard him, really.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that should be either the third or the fourth foul for Tahanian.
And foul trouble is something the Armens can't afford. Ramjian looks like he's going to check in.
Let's see if they're going to be using Baramjian's lethal three-point range. I mean, if they put him in the corner or at the free throw line extended, that's Baramjian's bread and butter.
Rich, anything outside that purple three-point line we use is Baramjian's bread and butter.
Yes, 100%. As Baramjian checks in for Tahanian, as Tahanian picked up his third.
Even at 85, Jones with the chance to give Artsakh a one-point advantage. Helliger gets it to the Bagian. He's off. Gets his own rebound. Up top, Helliger. Helliger, he'll shoot two again. Helliger doing what he was doing a great job of in the first half, getting to the free throw line.
Excuse me, I have to make a correction for the audience listening. That was the fourth personal on Tahani, and so one more and he's out. So they definitely need him for the long game, which is why I said, is it the third or the fourth? It's a big difference.
And great move by Coach Vika, sitting hard, letting him stay out of the game for a little bit so you have him for the home stretch. Helliger good on the first. We're back even at 86. Armens now with a one-point lead. Punussi picking up Jones, and Jones doing exactly what he did to Tahanian.
Baramjian was playing full court defense. If I'm not mistaken on Hartunian, you got to stay back. You got to make sure you're down low for that Travell Jones train coming.
Helliger finds Barton. Barton gets his Panussi. And Panussi with the three.
Panussi frustrated with Pozeshkian's defense. Let's see if Pozeshkian can get Panussi mentally out of the game here. It'll be a big plus for Artsakh.
Musayan goes up, hits the deck after a putback attempt. Breeze short.
Stops.
And it's going to be free throws for Artsakh. Travell Jones is not happy with Aaron Breeze. And Musayan is still down. Saying it's his shoulder.
Let's hope he's okay. Musayan, tough as nails, being able to get up on his own and shaking off, but he should be fine.
Armens up 2 points with 6:45 to go in the final quarter. Artsakh was down by as much as 20 points. Came back all the way to take a lead. And now, Rich, we're in the home stretch. Helliger 32 points in the game, doing a great job for the Armens, their main offensive force.
I think a key number that we should also look at, the point differentiation from Warren Helliger in the first half versus the second half. If I'm not mistaken, he had scored 22.
Yep, 22 in the first.
22 in the first. I mean, it's only been 10 points in the second half. Let's see if he can make any changes on his offensive performance as we get the floor swept.
Look at Travell Jones. He might be getting a check from the AABA for doing some floor work.
I love it. Everyone's buying into the game here at AABA, a platform for athletes to find the next level for them or to maintain until they can find that next level. Not to mention already we have Roman Davis from the Armens basketball club that has moved on to play professionally in Albania. Matt Lee moved on to play in Taiwan. So there's a lot of changes being made for a positive in terms of player careers.
We have Darius Clark, who was supposed to be on this Artsakh team, but he signed the contract before the season even started.
He was like, "Oh, sorry guys, I gotta play with Saudi Arabia." I was like, "Damn, all right, good luck to you. Have a safe flight."
Richard, it looks like they're changing the score. Oh, nope, back to 88.
Having some kind of scoreboard talk with the referees as they're now coming onto the court to continuing gameplay.
And Rich, it's good to see Musayan still in the game after being on the floor for so long.
Yeah, I'm happy he's okay. He's one of those players that he's just a great person overall. You gotta check up on your players after an injury, make sure nothing chronic remains. But as Breeze misses the free throw there.
Musayan will be coming out, as well as Hartunian, Abramian, and Lucerarian back in the game. Breeze with 19 points today.
Look, Zando, I'm colorblind, but I think Abramian was wearing a pink headband earlier. It's
It
no
was
longer
it
on.
was gray.
Was it gray?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I thought he was not matching on purpose, but the headband's not on anymore. Maybe things got serious.
Breeze 0 for 2 at the free throw line, and Abramian off. Rebound. Breeze gets it to Possession, 10 on the shot clock. Possession shot one in the face of Barton. And Rich, that's a tough break for Artsakh.
Yeah.
They had a chance to tie it up, and then a second possession, come up with no points. Baramjian, a timely three for Alan Baramjian.
First points with the Armens basketball club.
And that one looked like a travel. Breeze might have gotten away with one.
Hey, I didn't see anything there. I was busy looking at the cut instead of the pass.
Helliger with it. Armens up 3. Back to Helliger. 8 on the shot clock. Helliger gets stripped on his way up by Aragad.
Again, that overseas experience is what I'm talking about. Brahmin has done that so many times against international competition. It's coming in handy.
Lucerarian can't tie us up. And Possession finished the layup, but Rich, Travell Jones got hugged on the way up, and there was no foul call.
Interesting decision making there. Getting it right quickly back to the other end.
Rich, I think this is exactly what you would expect from the top 2 teams in the league facing off, coming down to the wire.
Both undefeated. Someone's going to have a number 1 next to their loss column after this match.
And Helliger doesn't want it to be the Armens.
Nope.
Possession. Hands it off to Breeze. Corner, Lucerarian loses it, picks it back up, and throws it right out of bounds.
Yeah, the careless pass there. Still lots of game left with just 3-point deficit, but you can't make those ticky-tack. Excuse me, you can't make those lackadaisical passes going nowhere.
Under 5 minutes to go, 95-92. Armens up, Helliger with it.
It's a great pass by Barton, by the way.
And he has Baramjian wide open.
Look at Debagian. He keeps on moving. You can't make cross-court passes like that.
And Travell Jones the other way like a freight train going right down the middle. Debagian cutting, gets it.
Count on the Armens to get the ball immediately other end. And
Breeze with the steal, and he's fouled before he can get out off to the races.
great defense by Aaron Breeze, having that left hand there, periphery on lock, but careless pass. Nonetheless, good foul on Helliger to stop the gameplay there. Leading scorer for the Artsakh remains Paul Musayan, Travell Jones, and Aaron Breeze.
And Arakat Abrahamian puts the lead back in Artsakh's hands.
He took off the headband and came to powers.
Helliger driving. Looks like he might have been held.
There was a James Harden move right there by Helliger. That was smart.
And Baramjian gives a foul in the backcourt. Next one will be bonus for Artsakh.
Yeah, they got to watch out for those fouls because there's still 4 minutes left and they're one foul away from bonus. If I'm the Artsakh right now, I'm taking it straight to the basket.
Lucerarian. Jones can't make it a two-possession game. Arakat Abrahamian ends up with it. And there's Travell Jones to clean it up.
Great tip by Jones. Well done move by Abrahamian.
Both teams now a foul away from the bonus. 3:41 to go. Artsakh up 4 points. Rich, this might be their biggest lead of the night.
Yeah. No, this is key. If they get one more going, they're already trying to chip away a little bit, but let's see what the Armens can do here.
Into Helliger. Corner Panusi. Huge three by Pat Panusi.
That was a big three by Panusi. They needed that one desperately.
Bogian hounding Breeze. Breeze is by him and scores.
Breeze went full mode on that one.
Helliger steps back. We want to talk about James Harden moves.
I think that was more like a Paul George-esque. And 101, 100, less than 3 minutes left.
And there's Arakat getting his bench active with that move.
They're having fun with it. That's the important part. They're having fun with it, and it's crunch time.
Helliger drives at Arakat. Looked like it was close to a goaltend.
I think they're calling the foul on the floor, but 2 free throws coming in regardless. As the Fanzia free throw cam shows you right there, both teams, one with 5, one with 4. Is Helliger going to go for the bonus right now?
Helliger with 36 points today. Barton has 20 for Armens. Panusi has 22. And on the other end, it's Breeze, Arakat, and Travell Jones with 21, 19, and 22 points. Musayan adding in 17. Helliger good on his first free throw.
You know what I've realized is almost here in double ABA action, you need 3 players to score at least 20 points to stay competitive. And then you get your 10s and your 8s.
Helliger splits the free throws. 2-point lead for Artsakh. Tahanian is back in the game.
Yeah, they need Tahanian's defense. He has 4 fouls, so keep an eye on that.
Breeze takes it himself and makes it a 4-point game again.
Breeze looking at his own bench saying, hey, I'm here to stay.
Helliger pulls up. No good. Tahanian can't pull it down. 2 minutes to go now. Breeze with it. Throws a turnover right to Helliger. Helliger gets it to Tahanian, and Tahanian with the and one.
Crucial substitution. Viken Eskidjian knew what he was doing when he put Tahanian in the game. Great play right there. Even better pass by Warren Helliger.
This is a huge free throw to make it a 1-point game, Rich. Tahanian short on the free throw. And Rich, if Tahanian and Helliger converted all their free throws down the stretch, we'd have a tie game.
Yeah, I mean, again, goes down to free throws, right? There was a lot of missed free throws in the first half that I'm sure they're going to be reminded of by their coaches after the game.
Lucerian can't hit the dagger. Panusi with the rebound. And Armens with a chance to tie it up.
Keep an eye out for Tahanian. He's unmarked right now.
Ball out of bounds, stays with the Armens. 17 on the shot clock. Minute 24 left in the game.
Both teams are undefeated. A reminder for those who just joined us. So someone's going home with a loss tonight.
Into Helliger. 15 on the shot clock.
Smart move by Musayan, not chasing after that ball. Staying home.
Helliger with a pretty move. We're all leaving at 105.
Excellent move, footwork there by Helliger.
Balgian forces Coach Avo Melkonian to call a timeout. 1:01 to go. 12 seconds on the shot clock. We got more action coming up after. We got Academy USA versus Avon next. And the main event for today, Arabuni versus Harazdan.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the best week of basketball here at the AABA. We have a lot of teams fighting for playoff position. Avon is fighting for playoff position, being the 6th place team with the same record as the 4th team. So, you know, the top 4 teams make it the playoffs. So let's see who's going to stay on top.
Helliger now with 39 points. We were talking about him slowing down in the second half. He's picked it back up.
He hurt us. He definitely hurt us with 39 points. He's almost hitting he's already at the 40 mark, really, with 1 minute left in the game. But I think he would say it as well. He'd rather score 5 points and win than score 40 and lose.
And those are the players that's usually what sets apart your star players, the ones that have the right attitude.
Great versus good, right?
Exactly. Lucerian will trigger. Gets it into Breeze. 10 on the shot clock. We're under a minute to go now. Breeze hangs up there, can't finish. Barton with the rebound. He has Tahanian, gets it to him. Tahanian makes the layup and gives Armens the lead. .40 to go. Possession brings. Lucerian driving against Panusi.
If I'm Artsakh, I'm looking at where Jones is on the court, making sure he gets the ball, but not there.
Armens with the stop. Barton almost loses it out of bounds. And with a 4-second differential on the shot and game clocks, you got to be aware.
You don't want to get trapped now.
And Barton just dancing on that Artsakh defense. Misses the layup. And Armens almost end up with a steal that would have clinched it.
This whole game has been quite entertaining, but the last few seconds have been sloppy. And let's see what can be made of here with a timeout coming.
And Rich, I don't know if you noticed after that missed shot by Barton, but Debalkian was trying to give a foul, and that would have been bad news. As the fans can't see right now, but Barton and Neskichin kind of getting into it a little bit in their huddle.
Both players very competitive with only 7.5 seconds left.
And this is for the winner of this game will take sole possession of first place in the standings. Here we go, Rich. 7.5 on the clock. Armens up 107-105. Who do you think the ball goes to right now?
Posseshkin or Musayan started off with Breeze, if that's me. But Jones needs to make sure he's a part of the play somewhat.
4 seconds left. Jones driving, loses. And he doesn't get the shot off, and the Armens stay undefeated in a nail-biter, winning 107-105.
Wow. An absolute stunner. That was insanely done. Way to go for the Armens to stay alive with the undefeated record. And Artsakh Basketball Club going to have a couple of things to talk over, but man, what a great game. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to stay tuned for the the player of the game, Azando Arzumanian, will be interviewing our player of the game for tonight with none other than Warren Helliger. Warren Helliger had 39 points and 3 rebounds tonight, as Xander Armenian logging in to chat with Helliger.
Here with the writing tutor player of the game, Warren Helliger. Warren, another tremendous offensive scoring, 39 points for you. What was Artsakh doing on defense that let you just put up that kind of numbers?
I mean, I'm just playing basketball. I'm going to get what I want, and then the ball goes in, but, you know, take my time, use my teammates. We came out with a big W, so I'm happy about that.
You guys stayed undefeated, but blew a 20-point lead. How were you guys able to stay together and get this victory?
It's a game of runs. I've been playing basketball for a long time. People are going to score. It's basketball, you know, so just keep your composure, finish the game like we did.
Thank you, Warren. That'll do it for our first game, but stick around. We got Avant and Academy USA coming at you in a few.